You feel trapped. There's a pressure, a weight you can't quite name. You look for the walls, the bars, the lock on the door, but you can't find them. That's because the most effective prison is the one you don't know you built. In the next 8 minutes, we are going to expose the 5 silent chains that hold you captive, and I will hand you the key to each one. Welcome back to Timeless Focus. We speak of freedom as a destination, something to be won or discovered. But the ancient philosophers knew the truth. Freedom is not a place, it is a state of mind. And its opposite, captivity, is not always a physical cell. It is often a cage of our own making. Today we explore the 5 most common mental prisons. See if you recognize your own reflection in their walls. The first, and perhaps most common, is the prison of past mistakes. Its inmates are forced to re-watch the films of their failures day after day. They are haunted by the ghosts of what if and if only. Every new opportunity is viewed through the cracked lens of a past defeat. This prison is so effective because it masquerades as wisdom. Don't forget your mistakes so you don't repeat it, the warden whispers. But there is a vast difference between a lesson and a life sentence. A lesson propels you forward. A life sentence keeps you frozen in place. The key is reframing. You cannot destroy the past, but you can change your relationship with it. The Stoics taught that the past is beyond our control, and to suffer over it is to choose to be harmed. Instead, treat your past as a library, not a prison. Go in, find the one book of wisdom you need from that event, and then walk out. Do not live there. Your power is not in what happened then, it is in what you choose to do now. We now move to the second prison, the crowded courtyard of others' opinions. Here, your every move is watched by 1,000 phantom judges. Their potential disapproval is the electric fence that lines the walls. To avoid the shock, you hand over your own desires, your own values, your own voice, just for a moment of their approval. This prison feels necessary for survival. We are social creatures, hardwired for belonging. But this prison takes that healthy need and twists it into a dependency. When you live for the applause of others, you build your entire world on unstable ground. Because the crowd that crowns you today can be the same crowd that condemns you tomorrow. The key is an internal scorecard. You must decide whose judgment truly matters. Is it the fleeting opinion of the crowd or the steady, quiet voice of your own character? The great philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "It is a luxury to have an opinion about this. I will not be a slave to it." Start small. Once a day, make one choice, no matter how minor, based purely on your own values, without explaining or justifying it to anyone. That is how you reclaim your compass. The third prison is the most deceptive, for it feels like a virtue. It is the gilded cage of perfectionism. It's the belief that if you cannot do something perfectly, you should not do it at all. The artist who never shows their work, the entrepreneur with 100 brilliant ideas, all gathering dust in a notebook, the person waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. Let's be clear, perfectionism is not the same as having high standards. High standards pull you forward, perfectionism holds you hostage. It is not about a desire for excellence, it is a deep-seated fear of being seen as flawed. It is a shield, and while it may protect you from criticism, it also starves you of growth, experience, and life itself. The key is action. Specifically, imperfect action. Embrace the philosophy of progress, not perfection. If you want to write a book, write 1 terrible page. If you want to get fit, do 1 push-up. The momentum born from a small, imperfect action is infinitely more powerful than the stagnation of perfect planning. Your goal is not to be flawless. Your goal is to begin. Now we enter the fourth prison, the most seductive of them all, the velvet prison of comfort. There are no iron bars here, no angry wardens. There is only the warm, suffocating embrace of the familiar. The job you don't love but pays the bills. The routine that asks nothing of you. The predictable path that guarantees no risk and therefore no reward. Your brain is hardwired to seek this prison. It is designed to conserve energy and avoid threats. The comfort zone is its natural habitat. But a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. A life lived entirely within the velvet prison is a life half-lived. Growth and comfort are mutually exclusive. The key is intentional discomfort. You must willingly step outside the walls. You don't have to leap into the abyss. Start by walking to the edge. Do one thing every day that slightly scares you. Take a different route home. Learn a skill you think you're bad at. Speak when you would normally stay silent. Each small act of intentional discomfort is an act of liberation. The fifth and final prison underpins all the others. It is the prison of assumed limits. It's the invisible ceiling we place on our own potential. The belief that says, people like me don't do things like that. It's the story you've accepted about who you are, the past, the opinions of others, the fear of failure, the love of comfort. They are merely the bricks. Your belief in them is the mortar that holds the prison together. But here is the ultimate truth. These prisons are built of thoughts. Their bars are made of perspectives. Their chains are forged from beliefs. And that which is made of thought can be dismantled by thought. You are not just the inmate. You are the architect, the warden, and the one who holds all the keys. To reframe your past, to trust your own voice, to embrace imperfect action, to seek healthy discomfort. This is not just a philosophy. This is the blueprint for your escape. You have the keys. You've walked out of your cell. The sun is on your face. This is freedom, right? But what no one tells you about escaping from a prison is what awaits you in the courtyard. There is one final guardian, a shadow whose only job is to notice you're missing and pull you right back in. It is not a prison, it is a force, and it is the most powerful obstacle of all. Next week, we face the guardian. Subscribe to Timeless Focus and prepare yourself.